Hello readers, welcome back to PJL Books and welcome to today's showcase. Quality over quantity, that's what they say, isn't it? Much better to write one great book every 5 years than one mediocre book every year. And I agree, but what if you could have the best of both worlds, quality and quantity? You'd think that would be pretty much impossible as an author. There's only so much a single writer can do after all. But Brandon Sanderson pulls it off. And oh boy, does he put it off with panache with his Mistborn Trilogy, beginning with the first book, The Final Empire. As I've mentioned before, I'm a big fan of those enticing premises, and this one is positively delicious. Take The Lord of the Rings, except imagine if Sauron had won, and 1,000 years later he is still very much in charge of his cruel empire. Now imagine an Ocean's 11 style band of thieves and rogues banding together and plotting to overthrow the evil lord once and for all. Having said that, the setting of the Mistborn series couldn't be any further removed from the fantasy tropes of dwarves, elves and wizards if it tried. In fact, I don't even recall swords ever being mentioned. No, it takes place in this medieval-ish dystopia, and the magical system of allomancy is so different, so well thought out, and so downright clever that it's a wonder nobody ever came up with it prior to Mr. Sanderson. Another wonderful feature of the series are the characters that successfully fly in the face of everything you'd expect of them. For example, there is a military type character called Ham, who in allomantic terms is known as a thug. I guess you have an idea in your mind what this guy's personality is, right? Now, what if I told you that Ham is very much into philosophical debate and is the thinker of the crew? Not what you'd expected, I'd wager. And I haven't even got to the main characters of Vin and Kelsier yet. But by far and away, my favourite character in this series is Sazed. The journey this soft-spoken wise terraceman goes through is just incredible. Sanderson's strengths also lie in building intrigue, setting a scene, building a world that instantly begs certain questions. The very first sentence will have you wondering what's going on. And he is oh so good at keeping you guessing, and he respects the intelligence of his readers. He knows that we know that there's more than meets the eye to this world and the immortal Lord Ruler whom they are trying to overthrow. He leaves a trail of breadcrumbs that aren't too obvious, but when you hit a big reveal, you will smile and you'll think to yourself, wow, that actually makes perfect sense. Why didn't I notice that? And Sanderson is also excellent at wrapping things up. Seriously, his plotting is airtight. You just know that he's the kind of author who has folders full of organised notes and has thought through every single possible plot hole and has it all meticulously planned out before he has even started writing. Because you trust Sanderson that he will answer all the questions in exciting, unexpected ways that still make sense, you as the reader are in that rare but wonderful situation where every question yet to be answered is not a headache, but it's a delight, like a Christmas present yet to be unwrapped. Most impressive of all, Sanderson saves his best for last. I think I spent the last quarter of book 3 with my jaw on the floor. Well, not literally, you get the meaning, but it is quite possibly the finest ending to a book series I've ever read, and that's saying something. Now, the books aren't perfect, mind. I actually liked and appreciated the humour in these books, and there were times when I burst out laughing. But sometimes I felt as though the humour was misplaced, breaking an appropriately sombre moment Those moments are rare though. I can't recommend the Mistborn Trilogy enough. It does so much right, and when you consider that these 3 incredible books came out 1 year at a time, while Sanderson also published other novels and short stories as well, it fills you with appreciation and, as an author, respect. Mr. Sanderson, you are a machine, and I mean that in the best way. And that is it for today's showcase. Thank you very much for listening, readers. This is going to be up on my PJL Books website, so if you'd like to read the written version, please feel free to follow the link in the description below. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye bye.